Hi guys, this is Shunting Steve back again, and now I'm doing a review on the new Hornby Edward. I'm going to apologise in advance for this. There's going to be quite a few shuffles of the camera, refocusing, etc. Well, I know that happens a lot in all my other videos, but with this, I'm not sure about the other engines, but the previous Hornby Edward and the other previous engines, the tender and the main locomotive were separate items, but this new Hornby Edward, they are attached together. So before I would have been able to talk about the main locomotive and then talk about the tender separate. And you know these models are fragile and expensive, so I want to try and be careful with them really. So let's start with Hornby Edward. So yeah, that's one main difference with this one compared to the previous one. The tender and the locomotive are attached. A lot of people don't like the Hornby Edward. They say it doesn't look like Edward, and they say that the face is weird. I like the face. Okay, the other model, he might look a bit strange with his eyebrows, but to be honest, I think the face looks exactly the same as the previous one, but with the eyebrow change. And I think it makes him look more like the classic one, even though apparently they redesigned Edward's face to look like the CGI. Another thing I'd like to talk about is the detail. You can see the brake pipes here and the lampines attached. Like I said, with the Thomas and Percy models, the brake pipes were in the bag, and the brake pipes were in the bag with all the previous Thomas range, but with the new Edward, the brake pipes are already attached in. The lampines are also glued in. They're glued in upside down. I prefer them to be the other way, the correct way. So that's a flaw right there. Some people might like them like this, but I mean, in all due respect, it's just meant to be fun really. You can't take it too seriously, can you? Life's too short to be taking things too seriously like that. But it maybe in future, maybe Hornby will make a new batch where the lampines are the right way, but I'm not going to, I'm not going to knock this model down for that or anything. This engine is tender driven, so if I lift the tender up you can see the wheels move. I don't think really you should be doing that. The in-cab detail is still there. I don't know if you're able to see. Oh, you might have been able to see it there. So you can fit some crew in. Talking about the lampines, if you look at the back of Edward's tender, just bear with. Sorry guys, if I just refocus the tender of Edward, the lampines are the correct way. So I don't know why Hornby messed up the front. So Edward is one of my favourite characters. Good model as well. I think the number 2 is exactly the same. I don't think it's changed at all. I'm not sure if the blues are like a shade as well. What I've noticed is Edward's got a matte finish, where Thomas has like a gloss finish. If I had to pick which one I prefer, I'd go with a matte finish. I think gloss finishes make the models look a bit tacky, so I'd say so far out of the 3 models I reviewed, Edward's my favourite. Good model. I can't wait to run him at some point. I'm going to have to get some track. Whistle's still there. Yeah, I was quite fortunate that Edward didn't have any damage during transit because of the box. Also with Edward, he's DCC ready. So that's good if someone wanted to build a Thomas layout with digital. Honestly, with Thomas and Percy you're going to have to have work done on them, but with Edward you can just put the chip in and away you go. So really, again, all 3 models now, great improvement over the previous one. I think Hornby have done a really good job. The only downside is the lamp pines, but like I said, it doesn't take away anything from the model. I think it's just great all throughout. Right, so that's Edward done, guys. I'll be back with the next review.